I got royalty inside my DNA. I got cannabis, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. 死んだ天性 I was born like this, it's wild. Immaculate conception, I just feel like this. Perform like this without you, a new weapon. I know I meditate this that
Hey guys, if you haven't already, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel. This is a what if series and I'll be doing more down the road. Plus Ultra! Hey guys, and welcome to What If Naruto was Madara's reincarnation. Now, I don't want to waste you guys any time. Let's just jump right into the action. Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you realize that nothing lives in this world but pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look, where there is light, there will always be shadows to be found. As long as there is a concept of wars, victors, everything will perish. We're gonna begin the story around Naruto being 5 years old. It doesn't need the usual background. Minato and Kushina's background stays. Minato is an Uchiha. Kushino's still a Uzumaki. So most likely their story is just gonna be somewhat similar to canon. They're not gonna be revealed yet. So we're gonna jump to Naruto being 5 years old. Now Naruto looks exactly like he does in this picture. Naruto basically has a concept of how the world is, has a concept of everything. I mean, most of the time, Naruto just spends his time training, reading books, studying, listening, being dependable, just doing daily things as a normal person should do. As Naruto he didn't really have many friends around him. He didn't have that many people to be there for him because everyone looked at him as a monster. Uchiha filth. And Danzo revealed that. Now Danzo went a step further. He revealed that Naruto is not only only holding the nine tails in his body, but he's an Uchiha too. Because his father was. I mean, everybody knew Minato was an Uchiha, but this just revealed that Naruto was too. Now, with that, they would be treating Naruto like trash. I mean, not like beating on him or nothing like that, just scolding him, not really giving the boy much attention at all. Just basically making Naruto's life a living hell. But did Naruto care? No. He just seen that they were misled or something like that. Naruto looked at them and he was most likely he felt sorry for them at the same time, but he also sensed that peace. Is this what peace looks like? Naruto doesn't have a mother and father to call his own. So Naruto basically just walks to his place, and the most he ever does is train, read as much as he can to learn how this world really came to be this way, how people came to be so misled, and why are they calling him a demon? Do they call every child a demon? Am I some kind of spawn from Satan or something like that? Naruto is trying to find out all the information he can. Is that why was he born into a world where people scold him for no apparent reason? Now, with that, Naruto has become cold. He's become more to himself, not talking to people, keeping his distance, but also becoming very strong too. Naruto was at the top of his class. Being at the top of his class, Naruto was considered a genius at the age of 6 years old. Well, just not like a genius or Johnny, but he was just considered the top of his class, most smarter than the average kids. And right behind him was Sasuke and Sakura. Now, throughout the years, Naruto would excel from that Purcell. I made up my own word. Excel in his classes. Now, each and every one of his classes, he would get the top at ranking. Naruto's hair would have started to grow out. Not so much, it would just start to touch his shoulders. And Naruto would have started to unlock most of his abilities. Now, Naruto, I'm going to tell you that Naruto, when he was like 6 years old, right now, we did a time skip again, and I forgot to mention that, but he's like at 9 years old now. So Naruto, when he was 6, he already awakened his Sharingan. Because a 6-year-old child looking at all this, it kind of hurted Naruto that he really didn't have anyone to basically go to. No one. But the third Hokage, but that was basically it. I mean, the boy didn't even really care about gaining the attention, because why would he want attention from people who scold him and already have negative energy towards him? Naruto just, he didn't want that type of vibe. And that caused his Sharingan to awaken. Now, once it did awaken, Naruto felt the world around him become lighter. It became smooth. It became bearable to live in. Naruto felt as if everything slowed down for just that one moment, and that he could see everything and just looking at it, just looking at everything falling. A better example would be to see that when it started raining, Naruto could see like every single raindrop as it hit the ground. And that's what his eyes allowed him to see, because Naruto has awakened the Sharingan at the first stage. So with that, Naruto has been training in it like on and on and on, because that's all he ever does is just train. And I keep saying that. But now we're going back to where I said we were at. 9 years old, and that's when Naruto has access to his like 3 Tomoe Sharingan in both eyes. Naruto was in prime, well, not prime example, but something at the level of Kakashi and like Itachi. That's what Izuku would, Izuku. That's what Iruka Sensei would have said in his head. And with that, Naruto, he would pretty much keep that, like, keep to himself. He was always quiet. He never approached anybody, because he didn't know how to approach people, because he thought everyone just hated him. He thought the world hated him. And that did send the boy's mind into a very dark pit too. But I'm not going to just wipe out and say that there was nobody talking to Naruto. There was one, Hinata. She would always sit by Naruto and talk to him, and he wasn't exactly in that dark pit. But it was because at some point, Hinata was like light. She did shed light over him, because it was comforting just to have one person talk to him. Now, I'm not going to say that he didn't just get talked to by nobody else. Of course, he would be approached by Fugaku, Uchiha, to train him sometimes and stuff like that, but Naruto would also decline it. He didn't see no use for it. When he looked at Fugaku, all he seen was that Fugaku wanted to use him as a weapon. And when Naruto looked at him, he told Fugaku that, "I will not be your tool to be used as a weapon. Go find your plaything somewhere else. If I'm not your comrade, if I can't stand beside you, then what good am I to you? Go find other toys to play with." Naruto kept walking, and Fugaku felt irritated by this, but he didn't do anything. Like, he just walked off. Now, yes, Sasuke knows, well, Sasuke has been in cohorts with Naruto. They would often be battling each other off time to time, sparring with each other, and Sasuke would get beat. Not very badly, but he would just get beat every time. So Naruto is just in a higher league than Sasuke is, and that's just how it is going to be. Anyway, so let's get back to the story. So Hinata and Naruto would be talking from time to time, but not to a point where Naruto is going to be like happy-go-lucky or nothing like that. He still sees the world as a bunch of pain, and pain and hatred is like, it's all in the air, and he can feel it for some reason. It's like it's there and he sees it. It's weird. So now we get to the graduation. And Naruto, at the graduation exam, he would just proceed and be the top of his class, like above Sasuke and above Minato and above Itachi. Yes. If you want to go back to the data books and say Naruto said, but God damn it. So you said no. I'm not saying he's smarter than them. I'm saying he's at God damn. My Madara is smarter than them because first of all, he's the one who like founded the Leaf Village, and even Hashirama himself said that Madara was a genius. So yeah, put it that way. I don't know how smart he is. I'm not comparing smartness. I'm just saying Naruto is the rookie of the year. Let's just put it that way. So then the conversation, just Naruto is the rookie of the year. Anyway, so the same Genin teams would be chosen. Everyone would go to their respective teachers. Now, reason why I'm keeping this the same way because I like the story to go fresh in a straight route. I also like to experiment once in a while, but not with this one. I want this to go in a straight route so I can have a key point in there. And let's continue. I'm going off on a tangent. So Kakashi would walk in and he would say to all of them that they're boring because what Naruto is he's just sitting there meditating. Sasuke is just staring out the window, and Sakura, she's basically just fawning over Sasuke. She's basically not fawning over Naruto because basically Naruto doesn't stay around that much. Naruto, once class ends, he just gets gone and goes to train. So he tells them all to go to the roof, and they do. Now Sasuke has, well, when Kakashi tells them to tell him their dreams, goals, and ambitions. Basically, Sakura speaks out and tells her that it's rude. Why won't you tell us your dreams, goals, and ambitions first? Now, the same thing plays out with Kakashi saying that he has, well, it's cryptic as hell, whatever he says. What he says, put it that way. Now, Sasuke has this emo thing that he says, and then Sakura basically is fawning, just looking at Sakura like Sasuke with heart eyes. And Naruto basically speaks up and says that he doesn't know what he wants. Does he want a dream to become Hokage and change the village for the better? Or does he want to go on a path of revenge and hatred and sink the world into darkness? Naruto looks at Kakashi and tells him, I don't know what I want. Right now I'm standing at a crossroads. And possibly, I don't know which one I'm going to choose. But it seems like I might destroy the world. Now, Kakashi raises an eyebrow to this, and he says, why would you want to destroy the world? From a very young age, I've seen the way this world is. It's nothing but darkness, hatred, suffering, pain. Every step you go as a ninja, you're left to endure this pain of losing someone you truly care about, someone that meant so much to you that it felt like your heart was ripped out of your chest. Like it felt like everything around you just grew colder. Well, that's how it's been since growing up in this village. The air around me has not been warm. It has been cold, lonely, and black. But who knows? Maybe some light will be shed on my soul. Naruto would turn his head. Is that enough ambition for you, Kakashi-sensei? And Kakashi would just raise an eyebrow and say, this is a crafty bunch. Okay. Well, whatever that was about. You three are to meet me tomorrow for your first exam. And this is where Sasuke would turn his head. Exam? I thought we already passed the exams. He says, not for my team. Now, the Kakashi says, not for my team, you haven't. You have to go through an exam so I can see fit for something. It's a test. So be there at 9 in the morning and don't eat anything or you'll puke. And then Kakashi poofs away. Now, this is where Naruto stands up and he starts to walk down the stairs, basically to go train again, not saying anything. Now, this was catch Sasuke's eye. He wants to see what Naruto's capable of. Like, he looks at Naruto with a very, like, eye look. Like, basically, like, I'm studying you look. But everyone, they go their respective routes. Of course, Sakura's following Sasuke, but then he disappears and then she has to go home. But then Naruto will basically be training more, trying to learn more jutsus about his uchiha nature, and also trying to learn his nature style, well, nature transformation, whatever you call it. So Naruto knows that he is has a high level for fire and wind, and that can be very destructive for Naruto. Now, Naruto basically says that he's going to start practicing some fire style jutsus, and he often asks the third Hokage for some. Now, the third Hokage gives him one of them that's called the Fireball Jutsu, and then Naruto comes up with his own idea, something that ran across in his mind. It's like he must have already knew it. Fire style Great Fire Annihilation. And the third Hokage says, "What kind of jutsu is this?" And the third Hokage wanted to see this jutsu in action. And Naruto says, "I don't know, it's weird. Since you told me about the fire style fireball jutsu, it felt like I knew this alteration of this jutsu just right in my heart. It's like it was already there, and I just had to basically ask you about a fireball. That doesn't make sense." Anyway, Naruto would have just walked downstairs very confused about that, how he already knew about a fire style jutsu, and it's like, that's weird. So Naruto would have started walking down the stairs, and the third Hokage would follow him. Now, we would get to a training field, and Naruto would perform a jutsu at an S rank level. Like, he would be shocked about this himself. It's like he just already knew it. So, as soon as Naruto shoot out, he would shoot this huge ass wall of fire out, and it would stun the third Hokage. Now, this is happening in dead, like, midday, because Naruto and the third Hokage did spend time talking to each other about stuff. The third Hokage is the only one that has been nice to Naruto. Him and Hinata, and some of the kids, but most of them, Naruto hasn't spent that much time around him because he's been most to himself. But they still often wonder about Naruto, such as Shikamaru, Choji. That's probably it. Anyway, by the way, now the ages, Naruto is 13, Sakura and Sasuke are 12, Naruto is a league above them. Naruto is at an age above them. But yeah, the third Hokage would be shocked seeing that Naruto can do that, and then afterwards, him and Naruto would talk a little bit more, and then Naruto would have just been deciding to train by himself. Now, Naruto has managed to unlock the third Tomoe Sharingan, becoming very skilled with it. Now, Naruto does focus on using jutsu from time to time, and he also focuses on his taijutsu skills too. He wants to become very skilled in his taijutsu and also his jutsus too, but mostly his taijutsu, because he also seems like if he wants to be fast, strong, he will want to be able to keep up with a person hand to hand. He doesn't want to be reliable on using jutsus to save his life. He wants his own hands to do the talking, if you can get what I'm coming from. So now Naruto is basically just finishing up his training. Then he goes home, and he doesn't stick to the whole ramen noodle diet and nothing like that. He eats real food, buys real groceries and everything, so he can get the nutrients from that. I don't know why they did that in a boy like that. You can't survive like that. You probably could. I'm capping. You probably could, but anyway. So with that, Naruto basically goes to bed, and he wakes up in the morning not eating anything like Kakashi said, and he goes to the training field. Now, eventually, he's the first one there, and so he probably arrived earlier than expected. So then Naruto does some little training, not too much, just a little, just to get his blood flowing and everything. He just does a little bit. It's like push-ups, sit-ups, just running around the training field a few times, and then meditating. Nothing too crazy, because he doesn't know how crazy of a test this is gonna be. So eventually, Sasuke and Sakura arrive, and they sit down there, say hey to Naruto. Well, Sakura say hey to Naruto. She really doesn't have any other thing to be mad at Naruto about, because he's mostly the quiet kid in the class, the quiet, smart kid in the class. So Naruto just waves, and he just gets back to his meditation state. But then he has an idea. He looks towards Sasuke and says, "Hey, do you want to spar for a little bit? I want to see how good of a fighter you are, being an uchiha, you know." Now, this would intrigue Sasuke, because he would want to see where Naruto is. And the both of them would get up and walk into the training field. Now, this is where Naruto would flex his Sharingan at Sasuke. And Sasuke would be on the back foot about this, because he really doesn't have access to his Sharingan. And this is where Naruto would say, you don't have access to your Sharingan. Wait. Okay. Well, Naruto would deactivate his Sharingan and say, "Well, I can just fight you like this. I can see where you're at right now. I won't use the sharingan then. Now, Sasuke would be shocked by this, but not to that level. He didn't expect Naruto to be that skilled, that fast in his sharingan. And Sasuke often is just wondering if he's that skilled in his sharingan. Well, looking at it, his sharingan does seem to be matured. If he's that matured in his sharingan, I wonder how his taijutsu skills are. And Naruto and Sasuke would get into a stance and they would rush at each other, but Sasuke would be getting heavily outmatched, heavily outsped. Naruto is just too much for him right now. He doesn't even have his Sharingan active, and he's not on the same kind of skill as like Naruto is. Naruto sensed this, and this is where he will tell Sasuke that you need to train. You need to become stronger. If that so-called goal of yours wants to be achieved, I don't see you achieving that anytime sooner if you're this weak. Naruto would walk back and sit right down and say, now this teacher is going to be late. 2 hours late. What to do? Now, this will go on for 2 hours. Sasuke and Naruto basically bickering back and forth. Most of them just sparring with each other and Naruto winning. Sasuke keep coming back and he's more of like a brash type. Sasuke is not cold-hearted or nothing like that. He just keeps coming back over and over and over and over and over and getting beaten and beat. And Sakura sees this and she keeps telling Sasuke to basically, that's enough, Sasuke. You can't beat Naruto. And Sasuke would say, I can beat him and I will beat him. And Sasuke stands up and marches back over to Naruto. And this is where Naruto would say, come on. Can't you sit down for once? You're being incredibly annoying. And this is where Kakashi would arrive. Now, Kakashi would have been watching this whole debacle going on with all of them, but he will be mostly surprised at Naruto's skill, because every time that Sasuke would run over to Naruto, it was like Naruto basically took little effort to beat Sasuke. Now Kakashi would tell the team about his whole test and everything, how they have to take these 2 bells from him. And Sakura point out that there's only 2 bells on Kakashi's waist. This is where Kakashi would tell them to figure it out. Now, Naruto, being the genius that he is, already points out the test, and he already knows what the test should involve. He already knows the steps to go to complete this test. So he converses with Sakura and Sasuke and tells them that this test is about teamwork and that they need to work together to defeat Kakashi, or to basically just pass the test. Sasuke just pushes his head to the right, making a pout face, and says, I'm not helping you. And this is where Naruto would tell Sasuke, if you can help me, if you basically do this one thing, I will teach you how to use your Sharingan more effectively. And Sasuke would say, deal. Now, the 3 of them would get up and they would come up with a plan with each other. And Naruto would coerce the plan and say how they can get the bells and keep the combat on Kakashi. Follow my lead. Now, Naruto would rush at Kakashi and get into a taijutsu bout with him with Sakura and Sasuke on his tail. Now, this is where Naruto would be outspeeding Kakashi in taijutsu just for a brief moment. And Kakashi would kick Naruto away, and this would be all according to plan, as Sasuke and Sakura would come in on both Kakashi's flanks. Now Kakashi would be trying to deal with them, trying to taijutsu bout with them, but he got easily kicked Sakura away. But his mobile focus or effort would be put into Sasuke, since Sasuke is skilled still. Now Naruto would weave hand size and say, fire style, great fire annihilation. And Kakashi will look at this and kick Sasuke away and do his own fireball fire style jutsu and hit it with that attack, basically creating a pathway, because that was a wall of fire. He would have got scorched with that unless he jumped over it. Now, Naruto would see this and maybe say, I might have overdid it a little bit. Oh well. Now, this is where Sasuke would say, this guy is insane. Look at that. He just destroyed... Sorry for that brief pause there, but Naruto destroys some of the forest with that fire style attack. Then Naruto would say, oh, I might have overdid it. He would create a water style jutsu, and yes, Naruto knows a jutsu from each trait. You just can't, he's more equipped in wind style and fire style, but with his Sharingan, he can copy other jutsus. Now he does create like a water style attack and puts out the fire, and this would be like a big water style attack because once he put out the fire, he would hit Kakashi with the dragon and send Kakashi in the air. Now Kakashi will combat this using his own water style jutsu and sling it at Naruto. Now the both of them would be in a jutsu type of battle with each other, copying each other jutsus, using each other jutsus until Naruto basically said, well, poofed into Sasuke. This would confuse Kakashi a lot as he looked behind him and seen Sasuke coming for the bells. And this is where he would look to the ground and see Naruto at the ground. So he would be very confused about this. Did Naruto throw Sasuke up? Where is Sakura? And he would be looking for Sakura, and all of a sudden Kakashi would feel a punch to his face, and then he would look back to see that the hand is reaching for the bells, but then Kakashi just poofs into a log. This is where Naruto would appear right behind Kakashi as he poofs to the same exact spot that Naruto planned for and took the bells off of Kakashi's waist. This is where Naruto would jump back with the team and say, that was a good plan, all according to plan. Now Naruto would be smiling about this, and he would hand both of the bells to Sasuke and Sakura and said they played a good part in this. Now even if this test wasn't meant for all three of us to pass, or if that was the case, I would be excited for that, but I still would want you guys to pass. Now this is where Kakashi would tell the team that they passed the test, and they would start their mission as Team 7. Kakashi is extremely proud of them and at the teamwork they used. And this is where Sasuke and Sakura would be shouting up into the sky, yelling, and Naruto would just smile. Now, you could say I switched the roles in this one. You could say I did like a reversal, but you'll see as the story grows and continues on with stuff. But with that, I'm going to end this part right here. You guys have a good day, a good night, and I hope to see you in the next video. Plus Ultra. Good night, guys.
君の虜になって